I'm just working through the twin flame and soulmate relationships that I'm trying to have it comprehend in me so that it makes perfect sense. Okay, so today, just now actually, I think I have it. You know how they say we are all one? Well, we are. We really, really are. Your soulmate is the opposite gender, of course. It has to be, your soulmate has to be the opposite gender. And so, I'm pretty sure most cases the soulmate is your first partner. Who you incidentally run into. I don't think anything's incidentally. I think you find each other. And what's wrong with the world is that man is taking control of God and thinks he can arrange marriages or have multiple marriages. That's crazy here. Okay, so that's your soulmate. In my case, it's really hard for me to say, but like his father, his biological father turned into gay. He turned gay. And he died in 1999. I don't think I really loved him. I remember feeling so abandoned, like, oh my God, how can you walk away from your own baby? It blew my mind that men were doing that. And I don't feel him anymore. I just don't. But I remember I really felt for him. I really loved him. I made a roast beef dinner. He didn't live with me. I made a roast beef dinner. I was living in an apartment, and he didn't show up. And then I had so much stress around that. And the next day, my son got a hernia and ended up in the hospital. And so finally the father came. But it took, and then he didn't come anymore. He was in a fantasy, guys. From television, from growing up with perverts, I don't know. But you can't get away with that, okay? But I don't think I was his soulmate. I really don't think I was my son's father's soulmate. I'm going to work on that. If I was, it's no more. Because I don't feel him anymore. That's how it works. If you feel for your soulmate, you know it's still there. If you don't, it's not. That's what I'm going to say. And that's how I felt with my grandmother. I felt she was alone now. And I also feel that I'm alone without that biological father. I don't have him in my head. Twin flames are people that are here to support you. They're your brother, they're your sister, they're your you probably fight them all the time. Like my mother and I, we are twin flames. We are of the same spirit. This is what I'm saying. My mother and I had the same spirit. And I know that my dad has a brother named Hilliard, and I know they were twin flames too. My dad and his brother. And now that I'm conscious and feel so much clarity in my feelings, I can see the twin flame dynamics and how most of the time I don't think they can be breakable. Like with my dad and his brother, I mean, my dad was in trouble a lot. And my Uncle Hilliard was not. He was the older, stronger, sturdier brother. He liked to drink a case of beer a day too, like my brother, and they used to hang around North Vancouver Legion and Army and Navy Club and dance, and they were the men about town. They were the Elvis Presleys. I loved them. And they were very happy. But, you know, as twin flames, you can support one another going down the wrong roads too. And you can also become enemies, like my mother and I. But just know, we are all of the same spirit. Eventually we'll get down to that. But right now, for your family, understand that your twin flames are all around you. Just if you're alone, though, because it just comes to me that there are so many people broken like me, right? Without this other person to support you. Mine were my three. I have two other cousins that were my age, Debbie and Donna. I feel they are my twin flames, like twin. You know, whatever you call them. We were a fire together, and they were supporting me until we grew up and learned how to judge. And then you judge in your own group. We had so much fun. We had a blast. And then rumors, and oh, Donna, I said, "Oh my God," in my own house once, and she said, don't take the Lord's name in vain." I just couldn't deal with that. Fuck off. I drank. And that's why the other one, Debbie, she didn't like me because I just wanted to drink around her. She was too uptight and too perfect and had to have every duck in a row. And I had just left my husband, and I took her down to the lake I had some friends there. We were having a campfire, and I had friends staying there in camper. And I invited her to go. And we get there, and I'm divorced, right? And I want to sit around and be with people and not be called crazy anymore. And no, not with Debbie. Debbie's going to keep the thing going. And she said, you know, it's 10:15 and I've got to go pick up my daughter. Her daughter's 17. Her daughter was 17 years old. And my cousin was saying, oh, I got to go. So I'm going to tell you the whole story because it's important, I think. My stories may help you trigger some feelings of your own for your own family, is why I share. It's all I got to do. So there we were down at the lake, and it was getting to 10:15, and she wanted to go. And I just didn't. But I did, you know. And you know what? When you do things and you don't want to do them, you're going to get enraged. They're going to keep holding it in, and then you're going to get enraged. Because I am not the type to get enraged. I don't carry any anger. But I am impulsively angry, and I will emotionally react. And we went to Tim Hortons and grabbed a coffee before we were going to pick up her daughter at the high school to take her to home and go to bed, I guess, on a Friday night in Okanagan. That was the way I was thinking anyway. When I was in the Tim Hortons, and I said to her, well, we're going to go back to the lake, aren't we? After we take your daughter home or something? Or bring her with us? What are we going to do? No, I want to go home now. Now that just blew my mind. And I threw my cup of Tim Hortons right at her car. I had never done anything. I threw a plate at my husband once. But to somebody else? No. And then I just went home, I think. And you know who got up in the morning and apologized and needed the friendship to keep going? Me. Like, I just said, I'm so sorry. Like, I was so sorry. I felt so ashamed of myself for throwing the cup. I didn't look at the behavior that led up to it. You never look at the behavior that leads up to the emotional reactor, guys. And I made a complete, I lost all my dignity phoning her because she didn't accept the apology. And she's never spoken to me again. And this was over well, I don't know what it was over because it's her imagination I can't get into. But she was raised to be a narcissist. She's a narcissist. So many people are self-entitled and they love to inflict shame and pain on you. And they love to give you the silent treatment and make sure that you feel as miserable as possible because you did them wrong. You can't just apologize and we can't move on. We can't. No, no, no. So that's one of my twin flames gone. And then Donna, I don't know what happened to her brain with God. I don't know. But it's possible to leave your complete senses and leave your people when you're studying scriptures or watching Hollywood or probably being traumatized at home and you turn out to be a psychopath. It's not all doom and gloom if you can recognize the truth. If each party, like I couldn't phone my cousins up today. They're not there. But I remember them. I remember them. I remember our love. That isn't gone. So I think twin flames are there forever. Forever and ever, whether you like them or not. That's what I think. It's just a bloody shame that we have to not like our people in our own families and we have to be dysfunctional cartoons. Can't talk about our problems, can't work them out with each other. Or you want to make other people ashamed or afraid of you. You're losing. You're losing. You're losing your spirit. You're losing your eyes. The beams in your eyes are closing. And yeah, I'd like to bring the light back on for everybody, especially my family, but I think it's too late. So maybe I'll use my stories and hopefully trigger you to don't make the same mistakes and to look around your family and see, do you still have your soulmate? And who are your twin flames supporting you?